Hi, my name is Charles Boswell, and this is my assessment plan. I wanted to create a lesson that would engage students in thinking about social issues and current events. This lesson is designed for ninth grade. The subject area is art with a social studies integration. Students will find a current event connected with a social issue, and they will create an infographic and a PSA video related to that social issue and current event. They're expected to use 2 elements of art and 2 design principles in their infographic, and they will have to edit footage and find video clips to put together to create a PSA. At the end, they will present their completed infographic and PSA to the class in a whole group format. So the standards that I used for this lesson are from the Michigan Visual Arts Standard. Select and apply visual characteristics and organizational principles to communicate effectively when designing and solving creative problems. And then the ISTE standard I used is students create original works or responsibly repurpose or remix digital resources into new creations. The objectives, which were connected to those standards, include students will apply elements and principles of design to an infographic explaining a social issue tied to a current event using found images and statistical information. Students will demonstrate their ability to edit and organize found footage and personal video recording by producing a PSA about a social issue tied to a current event. And then finally, students will present their infographic and PSA in a whole group format. As far as assessments are concerned, one of the formative assessments I'll be using in the lesson was designed using Pear Deck, which is an add-on for Google Slides, where you create a presentation and you can share it with your students. There's a dashboard. They can work at their own pace, and it allows them to draw or write, and they would fill in the information related to their infographic, making sure that they were familiar with the organizational principles and the visual characteristics of art. They would list and describe those elements and principles, and then they would draw and lay out their infographic, labeling those visual characteristics and organizational principles that they intend to use in their design, and then also provide a rationale for their choice of elements and principles of design when using them with their infographic. The summative assessment would be a rubric addressing the lesson objectives, which can be accessed from Google Drive. Some of the elements of the rubric include elements and principles of design, found images, social issues, current event, the statistics that they use in their infographic, video editing and video organization, and then finally just some of the basic elements of their presentation. Finally, I addressed accommodations for students in this lesson. The lesson's designed to allow students to utilize text and images to express their ideas and to present information to their peers. they're given a choice of their topic and the resources that they use to acquire information, which will provide English language learners more opportunity to be successful because they can find resources that don't use difficult language, or they can use online resources to translate articles, which could make the information easier to understand. And of course, images are universally understood for the most part. So having translated articles and then taking the statistics and incorporating those into their presentations could be helpful as well. Students will be working in groups, which will be helpful for English language learners, as well as students who struggle with learning disabilities, because then they can get assistance from their peers. And then gifted students will be able to take advantage of a lot of that creative freedom by having more opportunities to explore more complex ideas. They can really challenge themselves if they want to, especially with the video editing aspects of the project. They can incorporate many more forms of technology that maybe some of their peers may not, that can prevent them from getting bored or not feeling challenged by the project. So that's about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.